This game on this court. We've had 2 games already here today. Indonesia getting a 9-point win. First game against Kazakhstan. And then finishing too long ago, Bahrain beating Saudi Arabia. 2 lowest ranked nations of the 6 to compete, both starting with a win. Really is all to play for here in terms of that ticket to the Olympic qualifying tournaments next year, especially after the withdrawal of Korea, who didn't get permission from their government to travel here to Syria a few days ago. They would have been the standout favourites. The playing field has been levelled. Syria will be hoping that these fans can be their all-important 6th man. Players to the benches. We're just about ready for the official introductions. This one of 5 pre-Olympic qualifying tournaments taking place across the course of the next week. 3 of them getting underway today. This one here in the Asian zone, 2 in the European zone, and then on Monday, America's and Africa's tournaments will get underway. India being introduced first here. Watch out for their 20-year-old, 2 meters tall, small forward, Pranav Prince. Arguably their best player at last year's Asia Cup in Jakarta. He averaged 9.7 points, 2 steals a game. He's got a relentless motor, excellent athleticism as well. Pranav Prince, the number 19. We'll go through him on the offensive end. Now listen to this reaction for the home team in this tournament, Syria. For them, a lot will depend on how the big man duo of Abdul Wahab Al-Hamwi and Omar Sheikh Ali can control the paint. 33-year-old Al-Hamwi standing at 2 meters 20. Put up 11.3 points, 8.3 rebounds, 1.5 blocks a game at the Asia Cup, but they're missing some of their key players from that competition, including Bakar, who was their 2nd top scorer, and Ubaid, who was their 3rd top scorer, joint leading assist maker and their leader in steals. Amir Hinton, who led the team with 26.7 points per game in World Cup qualifying, he's not involved either. But they do have new players drafted in for this competition who will hope to step up and fill those sizable shoes. Ahead of tip-off, ahead of the starting lineups, will pause for the 2 national anthems. What a very special event this is for the country of Syria and the city of Damascus. Only November of 2021, at the start of the World Cup qualifiers, that FIBA allowed fans back into the arenas for international games. They'd had a decade without fans until that point. It was at this stadium, the Al-Fihar, that fans first came back in, and now they get to be here for a whole tournament and hope to roar their team on to a place at next year's Olympic qualifying tournaments. That history, the current situations, life here in Damascus, part of what will make this atmosphere and experience all the more remarkable. Final warm-ups for the two sets of players. India not just here to make up the numbers. Can they survive the heat? India, the 82nd ranked team in the world, one of the lower ranked teams in this competition. Syria 10 places above them in 72nd. Of course, have a huge home field advantage. I mentioned the names that Syria are missing. They have been able to get another couple of players on board. Brandon Peterson, an addition to the national team, along with Andriy Michelson. Look at these fans on their feet already. Don't expect too many of them to sit down through the course of the 40 minutes. Never made a World Cup or Olympics, Syria. Competed at the Asia Cup on 7 occasions, finished as high as 4th in Shanghai back in 2001. They were 12th out of the 16 teams in Indonesia last year. As for India, their only qualification to a global event came when they played at the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Finished last of the 12 teams. They've never qualified for the World Cup. And of course, it is the beauty of these brand new pre-Olympic qualifiers that all the teams that didn't make this summer's World Cup, 40 of them to start with, get a chance to compete still, to be in the Olympic qualifying tournaments and ultimately at Paris 2024 next year. This is a country that's, of course, seen significant unrest since 2011. Peak of the war coming from 2012 until 2017. Violence is somewhat diminished, but it remains a crisis situation. It's the second deadliest conflict of the 21st century. The Syrian civil war, more than 500,000 estimated casualties. Major refugee crisis, millions fleeing to neighbouring countries like Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan. Others escaping further afield to countries such as Germany. And a decade without fans in the arenas for international games. This is more than just sport for the Syrian capital, Damascus. India have the first possession. Hafiz, 27-year-old point guard. Sit back from Prince, the young talent. Hafiz looking to the far side, open spot for the three. Beautiful India ball movement, the inside-outside game, and the three-point shot to start, to try their best to quieten this passionate atmosphere. To no avail, I must add. That will settle some nerves, though, for India. The block as well, shutting down Adribi. Strong start on offense and defense for India. Anu Durai down the baseline, underneath the basket, but traveling with it was Pranav Prince. Forced into the misstep by the defense, adjusting. Nasri, 21-year-old point guard, only averaged 5 minutes a game at the Asia Cup last year. Lots of open spots on this Syria team. The players to try and step into, and stepping forward to take on the two, Brandon Peterson. A big new addition. He averaged 15 points, 9.7 rebounds in the West Asia Super League this year. He's an Arkansas State graduate who's played all over the world. But India, not fazed by the atmosphere, have set their shooting radars right. And they're playing defense to match as well. The skip and the score from Pranav Prince, the 20-year-old. 8 points for India in the opening 2 minutes. Omar Idelbi, 24-year-old small forward. It's another turnover for Syria. This is not the start these fans were hoping for. Grabbed by Idelbi, who then draws the foul. They've only taken 2 shots, Syria, because they've committed 2 turnovers already. India knocking down 3 of their 4 shots, including 2 threes. Can Syria build some momentum here? Adribi, now it comes to Al-Basha, trying to find spots by moving it inside, outside, but it's not paying dividends at the moment. Instead, going ISO and beating the buzzer. Nadim Issa, the captain, says, I'm going to do it all by myself. And the block from Prince, shutting down a freight train. Dalby was traveling, it seemed, at 100 miles an hour. Prince was having none of it. Haviz, Briguvanchi feeding it inside, one-on-one in the paint. It's Barra who converts, the 2'10" center. Al-Basha. India by 6. 4-10 is the score. Issa, the captain, draws the double. Bounce pass inside. And it's a goaltend, Tani Adribi. India are defending their airspace well. They need a relentless start on defense, India. 2 blocks and 2 steals in the opening 3.5 minutes. And as well as converting 4 of their 5 shots on the offensive end. Adribi at the line, the 32-year-old 2'4" power forward. Only shot 2 of 7 from the line at the Asia Cup last year. Splits the pair here, but they get the offensive rebound. Very nearly led to a 3 from Peterson. You're not hanging around. They are all guns blazing, foot to the pedal. Pranav Prince. He's an explosive young talent. Said in the build-up he had a relentless motor. He showed it there. 3-point play converted by the 20-year-old. An 8-point lead for India. This game's been relentless so far. Al-Basha. Briefly slows it down. Tough shot off balance. It goes for Al-Basha. Unorthodox but effective. Moving towards the baseline, somehow beating multiple mid-air defenders. The team's most effective playmaker at the Asia Cup last year, Rashid Al-Basha, 3.3 assists a game. He shot a torrid 19% from the field, averaged only 2 points in 20 minutes. That was a low percentage opportunity and he scored it. Syria within 6. It's not efficient offense altogether at the moment for Syria. 3 of 7 shooting. They've committed a couple of turnovers. Turnovers, in fact, now. Sekon, the young Indian in the backcourt, the 21-year-old point guard. Still India possession according to the baseline official. On the shot clock. Here is Sekon. A lengthy point guard at 194. Nice pass. And in traffic, it's good for Barra. You're playing really well in these opening 5 minutes, up by 8. Dalby. Big blue wall right in front of Adribi, somehow squeezes it through, but another block shutting down Peterson. They'll get another go. 3 blocks for India in the opening 5 and a bit minutes now. They have packed the paint and shown their muscle. Sandhu turns it over, trying to find Gil Singh Amjot. Al-Basha. Momentarily escaping, then getting fouled from behind. He's determined to catch him back up. India number 10, to Krishna. He's a relentless defender. Averaged 1.8 steals a game in World Cup qualifying. The byproduct of India's tenacious defending for the first 5.5 minutes is they've committed 4 fouls already. That one was on the 3-point shot, so 3 free throws for Al-Basha, but then any further fouls from the India defense for the remainder of this period will send Syria to the line. So that gives the offense a yet significant boost to try and get the scoreboard ticking. Especially if they can make them all, as Al-Basha does there. Only a 5-point game. India in foul trouble as well. Prince, trying to show his handle, stops and pops at the elbow and knocks it down. Brenner Prince, the youngster stepping up. Be recovered, but they've got to get it over centre court here, and they're going to struggle to do so just about in the nick of time to avoid the turnover. Excellent play from Adribi. Michelson. Arcing outside shot. recover the ball. Now look to build a bigger lead again after Syria cut it to 5. Foul on Syria. Still one more to give for them. 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Largest lead has been 8 so far. Offensive rebound, hesitation and conversion from Pranav Prince. Calmness beyond his years, the 20-year-old. Cool and composed in the paint. And India have the largest lead of the game at 9 points. Timeout Syria.
Don't play defense, it's impossible. 19 points, eh? Rebound. You don't check, man, go. Come on, Brandon, contest any shot inside the paint. Come on, eh? More defense. And it's possible, play something in offense. Any set plays or no? Come on, but more defense. Every time, pick and roll, wide, inside the paint contest, the other men follow. Now, first offense. Play 2. If we can play with pick and roll, no. Yes. Or find the ball inside. Come on, guys, send it.
So India by 9 points have almost doubled the scoring of Syria so far in this first quarter. 10-19 is your score. Graphic slightly behind. And by the 9 points, the 20-year-old Pranav Prince, who's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 at the line. Also has a steal, a block, offensive rebound and a defensive rebound. However, at the foul limit. We'll send Andriy Michelson to the line. Born in Malmo to a Syrian-Swedish father and an Icelandic mother. He played for both Sweden and Iceland at youth level. Playing for the Syrian national team. I think he thought he was going to the foul line, so did I, to be honest. And it's an 8-second backcourt violation. That was a series of errors and miscommunication, misunderstanding for Syria. I beg your pardon, I thought there was a foul that took India to the limit. It resulted in it transpired there was no foul, and then they inbounded into the backcourt, failed to cross centre court and turned it over. There is a foul the other way. Trip to the foul line instead for India. Gil Singh Amjot, 31-year-old, 2'6" power forward. Chance to try and make it the first double-digit lead of the game. Fouls now for the next 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Right, the defense will send the opposition offense to the foul line, shooting foul or not. 10 the lead for India. Arbasha. Smothered, suffocated. Prince. India looking really impressive here. Harsh Dagar, the 18-year-old, the youngest player we've seen on this court from any team today. He wears the number 5. And a big attack and floating, flying finish from the rising star, Pranav Prince. The Indian enigma. Pranav Prince having an electric first quarter. Three-point shot. Issa, captain's contribution in their time of need. With nobody outscoring, with the deficit growing, Issa steps up. Takes it back to a single-digit margin, but volleyball modes for Gil Singh Amjot. Syria getting the offense moving again, but the defense can't stop the bleeding. Issa draws the double. Sheikh Ali trying to shift it on in traffic. Passing lanes weren't there. And there goes the teenager, Harsh Dagar. They're all playing with the same energy and confidence. How impressive has this young team been, and this young man in particular. And again, this is a complete collapse from Syria. Demoralizing in Damascus. The other side of the story is India have been excellent. "30 points in the first 9 minutes. Harsh Dagar, the 18-year-old, can't add the extra point. Down 17, they can't even keep the ball, let alone generate a shot right now. Nobody in this arena expected this. Silver lining is there's still time to put it right. These are resilient people. That always has to search for the silver lining. Players that will always believe, especially with Nadeem Issa stepping up as the captain. Ten-second differential between shot clock and game clock end of the first quarter. Too long, the floater rebound secured by El Delbi. Chance to try and reduce what has been an 18-point deficit. Strong attack, strong hit. Sportsmanship afterwards. Didn't take much to reignite the atmosphere. Misses both of his free throws. Final ticks to try and get a shot away. India don't succeed in doing so. But otherwise, what a wonderful first quarter for them. 31 points for India. The only blemish that they failed to score for the last 61 seconds of it. And in that time, Syria reducing an 18-point deficit to 15. At the end of one, Syria 16, India 31 here in Damascus. India led by their rising star, Pranav Prince, with 11 points in 9 minutes. A couple of assists steal and a block as well for him. In all 5 of his field goal attempts, and his only free throw.
1, 2, against press, screen, go, security pass, hand up, aggressive for turnover.
The 18-year-old Harsh Dagar had 4 perfect points and 2 steals in 4.5 minutes on court. Everybody who stepped in made an impact. India with quite remarkable shooting numbers from the field, 81%, 13 of 16, including knocking down both of their 3-point attempts. Stark contrast, Syria only 5 of 12 from the floor for 42%. Committed 9 first-quarter turnovers, 5 more than India. Led by the captain Nadim Issa, played every single second of the quarter, knocked down 2 converted 3s so far. Both of them huge shots that felt like they were needed to keep them in the game, even so early on. It's a long way back. There's a long time in which to do it, but they have to protect the ball better. 10 turnovers in just over 10 minutes. One right back from Dagar. Listen to his coach. Veselin Matic is a Serbian on the Indian bench in the head coach position. Experienced Serbian coach. A couple of Serbians on benches in this tournament. Syria looking for the first score of the second quarter. Shot clock winding down, and they get it. Right in front of the bench, right on cue, Al-Hamwi. The outside shot from the 2'20" centre. What a score that is for Syria. That is not his game, but oh my, they will take it. Sandhu, 20-year-old, 2 meters 11 centimetres for India at the line. A couple of World Cup qualifiers, averaged 5 points in 12 minutes. Recipient of the turnover. Second, young players combining. Turnover for India again. These Syria fans need to be right behind their team. Fuel belief that the big comeback is possible. Peterson the tip. From 18 down, they've closed the gap to 12. Priguvanshi, captain for India. Perched on the perimeter, it'll pop back to him. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Priguvanshi from way back, way off. Recovered underneath though. Ravat. Can't do anything with it. Score here would be a big psychological shift, and they were close to feeding it in to Al Hamwi, the monster. But that was well telegraphed by the defense. India passing quickly, coast to coast, drawing content. Singh Ravat at the line, turns 23 on Tuesday. We've got him as a 22-year-old. We've got Muthu Krishnan, 23, Sikot, 21, Sandhu and Prince, 20, and Dagar, 18. It's half the roster for this tournament, currently 22 or under. Not come across inexperienced at all so far here. 13 the lead for India. Al-Basha looking to orchestrate the offense. Quick spin towards the paint, and a pretty finish on the reverse from Issa again. The captain Issa up to double figures, but India flying right back, attacking the 2 meters 20 center Al Hamwi from multiple angles. Al-Basha, deep three this time. Issa is the only Syrian player who shot the ball well. 4 of 4 from the field for 10 points. The rest of the team, just 4 of 13 combined. Al-Basha will go again. Deep three-point shot. There's his first miss of the game, Issa. Raghuvanshi hands it off. Sekon gets it back from Barar. Sekon was caught in the gravitational pull of Al Hamwi. Orbits the big centre and scores. Back to 15 for India. The crowd quietened again. Basha, Gatler was barely there, but at least offered his teammate an opportunity to grab the offensive rebound and then get fouled. Wahab Al Hamwi, 33 years of age now, 7'3". That's your preferred units of measurement. Top scorer, rebounder, offensive rebounder and shot blocker at the Asia Cup last year. 23 minutes a game, he averaged 11.3 points, 8.3 rebounds, 2.8 offensive rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Nice ball movement around the rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Nice ball movement around the perimeter from India. There's a defensive board from Al Hamwi. Syria, you just want it down to single figures heading into half-time, and then you go again. You've certainly got a strong possibility of making that happen. Moving it a little bit better now on the offensive end, and the runner good for Azri. Their young gun stepping up, the 21-year-old point guard. Trail by 18, it's 11 currently. Oh, somehow the wraparound around the body of Al Hamwi, but his teammate couldn't hold him. midway point of the second quarter. Al-Hamwi. Issa. Hamwi comes to set the sizable screen. Issa goes the other way. Here's contact. India had foul trouble in the first quarter. And Syria did their best to try and take advantage of. Four fouls for India before the midway point of the second quarter. Syria have to hit their free throws, just 6 of 10 now as a team. Each of those points really important when you're down by double figures and as many as 18 in this first half. 10 the margin now. Right to the far side, that is a dagger. Knocked down for India in front of his bench for Gil Singh Amjot. Hurts Syria, it dents the atmosphere. Who's going to spark it back into life? There's your answer, David Hearns, 21-year-old power forward. He was born in Sweden, Stockholm. High school in Florida, college in Iowa. Hafiz misses. Commanding rebound from Hurts. Now a chance for Syria to make it a single-digit game. 4 minutes of the first half to play. Asri hands it off. Al-Hamwi, he does too. Issa. There's a sense of inevitability about the captain in these moments. Three-point shot way off though. Hafiz quickly down the floor, getting up to disrupt the recipient was Issa, recovering after missing that shot. One more chance, and go again. Try and make it a single-digit margin. Lane opens up momentarily, hesitation, quick pass on, and a trip to the line for Peterson. I certainly feel like he can have a big impact. 2'3" power forward. Played club basketball in Sweden, Belgium, France, Turkey, Poland, Hungary, Serbia, Argentina. Here in Asia. Bounce. Going to plan the strike for Syria. 7 of 12, just 58% as a team. Peterson having a big problem. He's missed all 4 of his attempts. Lead remains 11. 3.5 to play in the first half. To Degar, back to Prince, back to Degar. Darts through a gap to the basket. The 18-year-old turning it on. Got a whack to the face, it seemed, and still found a way to finish. Future basketball for India certainly looks bright. Degar and Prince, the standouts. (13) the lead. Final 3 minutes of this first half. Hurts back to Al-Basha. Up against Prince. Al-Basha to attack the paint, very crowded in there. Got some lengthy defenders, India. Syrian scorers adjust their shots. It's a foul against India at that time. They're still fighting to try and get to that single-digit margin. We said, what, 2 or 3 minutes ago they had a significant chance of getting there. They've not got any closer. That's the big target before half-time. India digging their heels in on defense. Restricting the source of points for Syria. The team scored 16 in the first, just 14 so far here in the second, although they've held India to 12 after India's huge first quarter. About 31 of India's points came in the first 9 minutes, so 12 since. Syria are also struggling to score. Let's see if they can change that here. Peterson. Al-Basha. Off to Peterson. And when the offense is struggling from the field, you often wonder, might it be the best tactic to get to the foul line? But not so much. And it's Brandon Peterson who is 0 of 4. And the team is 7 of 13 for 54%. Well, he gets one. They will take it. Get a take two after missing the second one. Still not enough. Final 2 minutes of the first half. India by 12. Prince. Wow, what a shot. Getting the bench up on their feet. Stuck to like glue by the defense. It did not matter. India by 16. And despite their very best attempts and all of the decibels here in Damascus these fans are creating, Syria can't get any closer.
We can go more fast for arrive here and start to play. 43. But play without ball, man. Fight the ball. Come on, go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Energy.
Well, 18 was the largest lead for India. Syria had a little bit of joy and then restricting the flow of the India offense. Had a couple of opportunities to close it to single figures, failed to take them, and now it's back up to 16. That's after the press, but held up close to centre court. Now they have to do it in the half court. Nothing coming easy for the Syrian offense. That will help. The razzle-dazzle from Omar Idalbi. And a chance at a three-point play. They need, sounds rather simple to say, is for a minute and a half Offensive conversions, defensive stops. Improve morale heading into half-time, and of course, converted field goals would help. They do get the ball back here. They might benefit from missing the free throw. Hands it off to Al-Bashir. Al-Bashir taking it to the back paint again. Back out. Idalabi just had that super finish on the inside. Can't convert a three though. Al-Hamwi, offensive rebound. Can you put it in? No. Spike hitting right up to the rim. Tough break for Syria. You can't make the most of it. That would have hurt. Misri foul. He will go to the line, next up to try and stop the free throw scoring droughts. His first trip to the line. There's Misri. Team just 7 of 15 so far, 47%. Close it to 12. Does. Final minute of the first half. Dagar. Long range 2. No for Durai. To inbound. Guvanci, Dagar, veteran and teenager combining. Nice interior passing, but Al-Hamwi owning the airspace as Durai look to attack. Only 3.2 left on the shot clock. Some clock management required from Syria when they get it back. Go to the benches for a timeout as India look to make the most of these 3.2 seconds.
Play with the ball here. Screen the screener. Okay? Maybe play that. The men stay here. Help out. Okay? Don't defend them. The men stay. Okay? Then no balls there. And no jump for the shot. Only content. Rebound is very important. We have 31. Next offense. We play 5. Come on, let's go, let's go!
So 32-46 is the score, a 14-point margin. What Syria want here as we go back to the benches for a consecutive timeout. What Syria want is stop India scoring for 3 seconds. They'll get it back with 28 seconds left in the half. They want to take as long as possible in their possession to try and close the gap to fewer than 14 and then leave India 4 or 5 seconds perhaps to try and aim for the final score of the second quarter. Really is a pivotal moment of the game potentially, because if India get a conversion, a stop and a conversion, it's largest lead of the game or beyond. crowd needs some positivity heading into half-time. The shot away, off the mark, they've got to grab it. And they do. Dagar close to it. Now they need composure. Basha, the veteran, should provide it. The clock's not moving. The clock is not moving right now on the graphic or in the arena. Hamwi. They'll continue playing. Goes into Al-Hamwi and he gets fouled. India at the foul limit. So there's 6.3 left in the second quarter. Hamwi can shoot a pair. So it's a 12-point margin. I think you pardon, that's at 14. Stat screen had stuck and frozen. Got 32 for Syria. Got 34, India 46, 12-point margin. They need to hit their free throws, and Hamwi misses the first. That one helps. 11 the margin. Now they need a defensive stop. Quarterback pass though down the floor. They don't get back quick enough, and India crash the offensive glass. And Pranav Prince crowns a couple of opponents. The dagger of a buzzer beater here in Damascus. Syria rocked back against the ropes by the high-flying heavyweight Pranav Prince. That was a spectacular way to end the second quarter, and India lead it by 13 at half-time. Syria 35, India 48. He has been the standout player on a very cohesive, well-oiled squad for India. Pranav Prince finishes the half with 13 points. 4 assists, a steal and a block in just 12.5 minutes. He's only missed 1 shot. Behind him, 6 points and 3 steals for 18-year-old Harsh Dagar in 10.5 minutes. 6 points as well for Anadu Rai and Amjot. It's been a fantastic performance. They've shot 65% from 2, 44% from 3. Syria have really struggled for offensive output and for defensive security. They've shot just 44% from 2, 33% from 3, and damagingly 50% of the line. They've been there frequently, but not converted frequently. They're going down by 13 at half-time, led by 11 points from captain Nadim Issa. He's knocked down a couple of threes, 4 of 6 from the field altogether. Nobody else on more than 6 points. Syria need a start to step up and shine in the second half here.
بتاعت فوتها معاه الاسبوع. خلوها هون بس اهم شيء بس معي شوي حيجي فوق السكتين
the Al-Fayha Stadium in the Syrian capital, Damascus. Not what these fans were hoping for over the first 20 minutes. Their team trailing by 13 to India, who produced that big 48-point first half, 31 of which came in the opening 9 minutes. Syria, though, failing to get their own offense moving to produce any significant sign of a comeback before India stretched the advantage again towards the end of the second quarter. 18 has been the largest lead. It stands at 13 at the half. Syria a couple of times with possessions to try and take it back down to single figures, but failing to do so. They're led by the 11 points of captain Nadim Issa. That's it, nobody else on more than 6 points. They've struggled to shoot the ball apart from Issa. India, quite the opposite, shooting superbly as a team, 65% from 2, 44% from 3. 13 points from Pranav Prince, who's also got 4 assists with just 1 turnover. Stealing the block as well. And Tim, 3 players on 6 points. "13 is not an insurmountable margin. Some stage there has to be a Syrian surge. Somebody has to step up to really get these fans here in Damascus believing. I've just not seen any potential for somebody to do that so far. Syria scoring 16 points in the first, 19 points in the second. The second period in which they did win 19-17, but never really looked capable putting together a run. Peterson, aside from the captain, Issa played the longest minutes of any Syrian player in the first half. Only shot 2 of 6 from the field and 0 of 6 at the foul line for 4 points. Al-Bashir has got to control the offense, but to no avail. 2 assists with 3 turnovers. Just 1 of 6 shooting for him. He said that the centres, or the bigs, would have to try and dominate the paint for them to have a chance. 2 meters 20, Al-Hamwi. 6 points on 1 of 2 shooting from the field, 3 of 4 from the foul line, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 assists and a block. Good, but he's only played 9 minutes. No sign that he can come in for longer minutes and dominate. To remember, they're missing significant components of their backcourt. Bakar, their 2nd top scorer at the Asia Cup. Ubid, their 3rd top scorer, joint leading creator and their leader in steals. Amir Hinton, of course, was the dominant naturalised player in World Cup qualifying. Team defence, perhaps the route to stay alive, but it's the offense that needs to improve. In the 3rd quarter, the defense wasn't bad in the end in the 2nd quarter. It's only 13 points. It feels like more than 13 points, to be honest. India have done an excellent job of playing as a team, of dealing with the occasion, of sticking to the task. It just does not look like they're bothered by this crowd pressure of getting a game day one win, and to embellish that point, the captain, Briguvanci, makes it a 16-point lead. He shot 20% from downtown in World Cup qualifiers. Vishesh Briguvanci. Nice pass, Al-Hamwi. Tough shot still, though, from Arbasha, who wanted a foul, didn't get it. They're slumping to get back on defense, and they can pick apart the interior with the passing. And Barra rises and draws contact. It's a chance now to tie the largest lead of the game at 18. Now it starts to feel more like the kind of margin that it should be. You wondered if some of the new players for Syria that didn't play in the Asia Cup or World Cup qualifying could fill those sizable shoes of those absent, but it's not transpired that way. That's a Brandon Peterson, Andrei Michelson, David Hearns. Curiously, we've only seen Omar Sheikh Ali for a couple of minutes on court. Michelson's only played 3.5 minutes. Kemal Chambolat hasn't played yet for Syria. Even still, hard to see those players producing the offensive output that's required at this stage. So the only man who's shown he's capable can't convert the three there. Look out, here he comes again. Pranav Prince, back it goes to Hafiz. Simon Farisa on defense, foul committed. Briguvanci, he's been lying in wait for his opportunity. Hardly involved in the offense in the first half, the captain. Into the second half, knocks down his first three-pointer and then earns a trip to the foul line. Didn't score in the first half. Two and a bit minutes at the start of the third quarter. They have 5 points. Help India tie the largest lead of the game. And he does. 18 the margin. Azri. Al-Hamwi turns around and takes a three. 220 centre. It feels desperate already for Syria with 17.5 minutes to play. Briguvanci to Prince. Veteran and captain to young star. He asks for the clear out to go one-on-one through the lane, attacks two and scores. Pranav Prince taking on the responsibility to take charge. What a performance from him. 15 points in 13 minutes. The largest margin. Syria almost look out of ideas. Delby gets to the line and has missed his only previous attempt. Too harsh on Syria, but they don't look like they have on this team any individual who can go on a scoring spurt, nor do they look like a team that's well-oiled enough to move the ball well enough to lose the requisite amount of points. India appear to have both. Lovely play from Prince. This time drawing the attention of the defense before dropping it off for the baseline cutter. Singh Ravat led the team at the Asia Cup, rebounding and offensive rebounds, 7.7 boards, 4 offensive rebounds a game. Didn't shoot the ball well though. We seem to have lost our stats updates from the scorers table, so I won't be able to update you until that returns in terms of any individual stat lines. The one stat that really matters is Syria 36, India 57. And I was saying that it felt like a bigger margin than the 13 it was at half-time. This feels more appropriate. Syria scoring just their second point of the third quarter. And India having put up 9 in that time. Shot, despite best attempts. Hafiz with the footwork to create an opening. Idalbi, 20 is the margin. Michelson. Holmes, lost it, the 21-year-old. And attacking relentlessly, Pranav Prince just keeps on coming. And the lead keeps on growing, and the atmosphere keeps on plummeting. It is not the big day they hoped for here in Damascus. They will have 4 more chances to put it right. But it seems inevitable now that India will start with a win.
Defense 3-2. It's impossible play. Man to man. We don't want. We play 3-2. Vale? It's possible that the men of the top go with energy here and close the rebound when shot, contest, and let to take turnover.
يلا شباب يلا ركب يلا شباب يلا
A steep part of the learning curve for the Syrian program here. There's been a big push in recent years to develop local talent that can graduate to the national team, but also to find the best foreign-based players with Syrian descent. We've talked about a number of those. Players who've been recruited and convinced to join the program. Lots of Chambalat and Holmes who are on this roster, El Sati who's not. Of them joining up in an attempt to help the team qualify for the World Cup, failing of course to do so, but staying for this tournament. Syria failed to advance past the first stage of qualifying for the World Cup, finished with only a 1-5 record, but they were competitive in all but the last game against Iran. Been as competitive as they hoped to be and wanted to be here in Damascus against India to start this pre-Olympic qualifying tournament. He's one of those players they've recruited. Let's back out, Nishoson. Idelbi. He gets him. Anything to cheer for the home fans. 20 the margin. Prince locked and loaded and hitting the target time and time again. Pranav Prince has come to own the stage here in Syria. .23 the largest lead. Nice drop off and no foul. Looked like Brandon Peterson just had to throw it down. That will rile this crowd further. And a shot clock violation. They just weren't aware. A few heads have gone. So much build-up, so much anticipation. Such a big trend in the right direction for Syrian basketball in recent years. What a big performance this has been from India. Talking like it's over with a quarter and a half still to play. Of course, mathematically, it's not, but realistically, it feels like it is. Those Syrian fans need a star, need a spark. Nobody so far has looked capable. Nishoson at least can knock down his free throws. Many of his teammates have struggled to do. Prince has certainly been a star for India. As two at times as that young man Dagar. They're working hard on defense, Syria. That will only take them so far. Herbs, the freedom of the perimeter for the three, for the 21-year-olds, and for the hit of a comeback. 18 the margin, 3.5 to play in the third. Prince directing traffic from deep. Amjot, back out, three-point shot. Dagar, no. 1 against 3 almost. Nishoson protects his backboard. Peterson, outpace. Defense have plenty of time to set, but is called for the foul. They'll be back tomorrow and the next day. 3 straight days of action before we get 1 rest day before the final 2 game days here in Damascus. Each of the 6 teams plays every game day, so 5 games for each in the space of 6 days. With this round-robin 6-team group concluding on Thursday, the winners of the group, after every team has played each other, go to one of the Olympic qualifying tournaments next year. These pre-Olympic qualifiers being played on more of a local level in terms of the different continental zones, but once we head to the Olympic qualifiers next year, they will be global events with teams from different zones colliding, and the winners of those tournaments go to Paris 2024. These fans not best pleased with Peterson's free throw shooting. It is now 0 of 8. If it's that bad, you try anything different. You do something. Peterson goes to the bench. That's not what I mean. You see the underarm occasionally used, and you think, well, if you're 0 of 8 at the line, shooting the conventional method, try it underarm, try it with your back to the basket, try it one-handed, anything. The margin, 13 minutes to play. Nice passing from India. Second up fake. Nice drive too, and he gets the kind rib that his previous play very much deserved. So here's Pratap Singh Sekon, the 21-year-old point guard. Three-point shot for Issa, the captain again. If there is anybody who can inspire the comeback, it's him. 17 the margin, 12.5 to play. Syria determined to make it interesting for these fans in Damascus. And of course, for you watching on at home or wherever you are, we've had ultra-competitive games on this court in the Syrian capital today and across all of the other pre-Olympic qualifiers. The 2 tournaments that have tipped off in Europe. More to come, of course, with the Americas and Africa tournament tipping off on Monday. What we've seen as part of the competitive contest so far are several young players really shining. And this man here is certainly one of them, Pranav Prince. Couple of games at the Poland-Estonia tournament today. Czech Republic beating Estonia 77-74. Israel with a dominant 21-point win over Macedonia. The 2 teams in the tournament. There are 4 teams rather in that tournament play tomorrow. Poland, Hungary, Portugal, Bosnia. Israel and Czech Republic play again their second games. Sekon. Put the ball on the floor the previous time. That time misses the 3. Offensive rebound though. And if India keep missing their shots, belief keeps growing, and if India keep fouling, opportunities keep coming, even if Syria don't move the ball too well. Both teams at the foul limit here, but India have been there pretty swiftly in each of the 3 quarters. Basher at the line. From the stripe at half-time. Now they're taking them. Final 2 minutes of the third. It's only a 14-point game. That's a quick response for India. How do I with the score? Michelson. Hamwin. Runs interference, allows room for Issa. Nadim Issa. 14 the margin once more. Here's Prince. Even he's missing now. Offensive rebound though. Prince again. Across it goes from Amjad. keep getting good looks on the outside. They're just not hitting them now. Instead, they hit the difficult two. Harsh Dagar. Final minute of the third. 16 the lead for India. Hamwi. Don't want him taking threes. Michel Son. 5 to shoot. Gets a good look mid-range. Can't hit though. Here's that. Another break. Gets put on the comeback. If India convert here, it will feel like it. Final 30 seconds of the third. Harsh Dagar, Pranav Prince, two talented young players backed up on the boards and put in by Gil Singh Amjot. They close it to 14. It's back up to 18. 5 to shoot. Twisting, turning. They're getting no reward for the shot. Basha. And all of that optimism, all of that belief evaporates through the roof of the Al Fayha Stadium. With 10 minutes to play. Still plausible. But it feels unlikely. India so far dealing well with any Syrian attempt at a comeback. Lead by 18 at the end of 3, 53-71.
Don't let 101 contest the shot and let the 5 players in defense rebound. We need to run fast for our right. Okay. And we can play with the ball more fast. One time play 1, 2, 3, we score, but don't do the offense rebound, man. Jump David and no play, okay? Let's go. Go, man. 10 minutes more. Go. Hey. Come here, come.
1, 2, 3.
Syria.
يلا يا شباب اخر 10 دقايق اخر 10 دقايق.
So India doing really well, holding off that comeback. I'm afraid still no updated stats for you in the second half. Our stats in terms of the box score have frozen at half-time. Pranav Prince's numbers keep on growing, as does his reputation and ceiling. Certainly has not disappointed here as India's most promising young talent. So leads the way for Syria, and will start the fourth quarter with the inbound. Averaged 7 points at last year's Asia Cup, Nani Misa. 3.3 rebounds, 3 assists in 20 minutes a game. Took lots of threes. Only knocked them down at 29%. He's been far more accurate here. But it has, at times, felt like the only offensive option for Syria. Even 2 meters 20, centre El Hamwi is not making the most of his opportunities. The periphery of the game, as imposing in character as he is in stature. And that's nice play though. Tani Adribi getting in to score. 16 the margin. Syria with a bit more joy in transition than in the half court. Corner 3. The mark, offensive rebound, Dagar. These fans slump back into their seats every time their team failed to protect their backboard. 4.8 on the shot clock. Bagar. Offensive rebound again. Forget slumping. Oh, it's full-on frustration. Anger, disgust from these fans. Their team get away with it. Arbasha comes away with it. Michelson, three-point shot. Big if it goes, it doesn't. The tip might still. No joy for Adribi this time. Nice thing for India at this stage with this lead is not to make any silly mistakes, take their time with the ball. It's a foul against India. It's taken nearly 2 minutes for their first. They've been flirting with the foul limit early on in all of the other quarters of this game. Syrian basketball trending in the right direction. Fans returning to the arenas. In the last couple of years, of course, inspiring performances to qualify for last year's Asia Cup. The women's national team competing in continental competition as well. The first annual Super Cup for local professional teams. Lots to be positive about. Lots of reasons to believe heading into this pre-Olympic qualifying tournament, and they're hoping to still believe in a game day one win. 14 the margin. Ani Adribi playing with hustle. Turnover, free floor, they've got to finish here, and they do. Nadim Issa, back-to-back scores to bring back belief. Timeout India. It's a 12-point game with 7.5 to play. And Damascus is on its feet again. What was happening in Estonia and Poland in the other European tournament in Turkey. Ukraine beats Bulgaria by 9 earlier on. Host Turkey dominating Iceland right now up by around 30. Sweden, the Netherlands, Croatia and Belgium play their first games tomorrow in that tournament. Not a soul leaving early from this one, despite having trailed north of 20 points. Priguvanchi, India with the offense off the back of the timeout. Priguvanchi fires the pass in, and he'd be right. Prince beaten to it. Turnover again for India. Open three. Michelson. That would have really raised the roof. Would have made it a single-digit game. It was a heavy bounce pass from Anadu Rai, and India can't keep it now. They looked so cool and calm for so long. This arena, anything but cool and calm. India, for the first time, looked somewhat flustered by it. Al-Hamwi. Over everything from Issa. It's the right shot, it's the right player. It's not the right outcome as far as these fans are concerned. These inside, here goes Amjot, up against two. Will be forced back into a tough shot. Prince going to grab it. Syria ball. It's about snowballing this momentum. These fans continue to try and fuel the fire. Nasheed Arbasha bursting straight to the basket and scoring. Arbasha makes it a 10-point game. The most unlikely of comebacks still on the cards. Dropped off mid-range in traffic. There's a whistle. And Zamjot look to attack. 6 minutes is a long time in this sport. And with these fans behind them, there is a significant chance for Syria. The psychological shift is palpable. Now it's India missing free throws, but the offensive rebound really hurts Syria, especially if this goes in. It's halfway down, back out, but again they don't protect their backboard, Syria. Defense being made to work overtime right now when they should be having opportunities to make it a single-digit margin. To the far side, it's a huge three if it goes. It doesn't. Last touch off Prince. Here is that chance. The first time, I believe, since the second quarter they've had a chance to make it a single-digit game. Michelson gets it back from Adribi. He rolls inside. It comes back out to the perimeter. Issa, the sharpshooter. Adribi, he'll look to post, twist and turn with a hand in his face over everything. A whistle against Syria. And that really is the problem still. The defense is all over India, but the offense is still struggling to get it going. Prince tries to tip it. The whistle had already gone. The basket won't count. 35 points at half-time, Syria. So they've only scored 26 points since in their attempt to make a comeback. They've slowed down India. India had 48 at half-time, only 23 since. But it's that problem if you've got to score points. It almost feels like they've done well to take it down to 10. Pulling it back another 10 plus now. It's a significant hurdle in the final 5 minutes. Boy, can this sport surprise. 12 now the lead for India. There's just no real go-to guy on offense for Syria. Adribi doing his best to be that man. Corner three, captain's contribution. Nadim Issa with Syria in need of a superstar. It is a single-digit margin for the first time in what feels like an eternity. Still 4 minutes and change to play. Prince wanted to throw it down with one hand, but instead got shut down. Issa. Here's Arbasha. He puts it on the floor, attacks, fakes the pass, adjusts the shot, got it off the rim. Damascus believes. Syria within 7. How? Where is it coming from? Why is it this tight? It doesn't feel plausible. Syrian spirit, that is your answer. Three minutes, 37 seconds. Jot is perched at the foul line for India. Syria are at the foul limit. It's the first time they've struggled more than India in that regard. India have only somehow committed the 1 foul in the 4th quarter. Long wait to host a tournament here in Syria for international basketball. And at the very least, what this team has done is give these fans a thoroughly entertaining evening. India back up by double figures. Technical in there as well, so 66-76 the score, 3.5 to play. Nisa animated. And excellent. Syria's only serious shooter. Everybody else struggling with their shot. A couple of quick fouls for India, up to 3, so only 1 more to give for the team the rest of the way. Towards our Basha, knocked away. There he is again, Issa. They have to stick to him as tightly as they can. Does he turn it over? Is this where the comeback comes off the rails? That basket is good for India. We didn't get to see it. But they've gone up by 12.
We play muy especial. Ayer, Jabo, Nadir back screen. Jabo, go to the ring. Look, defend Jabo. No, he sweat. But Nadir, you can shot, pass inside Jabo. No, you play like magic. Okay, here. No, you can't. Look, the shooter is head. Okay. David, side. Transition different. Hey, we need to score.
Three games at the same times again tomorrow. Kazakhstan against Bahrain to start. Followed by India, Indonesia. And Saudi Arabia, the opponents for Syria once again in the last game here at the Al-Fayha Stadium. Final 3 minutes, Syria down 12. Up high to the big man, up against two, fouled by a frustrated Gil Singh Amjot. Abdul Wahab Al-Hamwi at the line. 86% from the stripe in the Asia Cup. Impressive for such a sizable centre. That time almost even better, getting the offensive rebound off the missed second one. David Hearns couldn't keep it. So 11 the gap. Hafiz. They're queuing up on the perimeter to deliver the heartbreaker. Prince couldn't convert though. Syria get the ball back, and India are not happy about the call. They're adamant that a Syrian player got the final touch. This is not done yet. Al-Bashir. Hamwi moves into the paint. Issa gets it, pulls the trigger, can't quite hit the target that time, so close. But they're the margins. It's been their only real source of ammunition. And India, they're edging closer. At the foul line here with Muin Bek Hafiz. Asia Cup last year averaged 9 points, a team-high 4 assists and 1.3 steals as well. They struggled to protect the ball, 5.7 turnovers a game, only shot 33%. Rather, he did shoot 33% from the perimeter, but he's not been as integral to the offense for India on this roster. Stats are finally caught up on the FIBA website, so I can update you with a few of them. 21 points for Nadim Issa to lead the way for Syria. 8 of 13 shooting, including 4 of 9 from downtown. The rest of the team are only 2 of 9 from three-point range combined. Behind the 21 points of Nadim Issa, 11 for Al-Bashir and 10 for Al-Hamwi, neither of whom have shot the ball well from the field. Pretty much illustrates the point I've been making, that Issa has been it in terms of the offense for struggling Syria. Pranav Prince, the main man for India, he's got 21 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal and a block, 9 of 14 shooting. And then he's had a supporting cast that have chipped in. Lots of 8s and 9s. Oh, Basher can't meander his way through traffic. This one is about to be finished by a determined Indian transition. Calm play to wait for the cavalry to slow it down, to take precious seconds away from Syria, and then ultimately to hit them hard. Conversion from Sekon takes him to 10 points. Only the second scorer up to double figures for India. But I mentioned lots of 8s and 9s. Behind the 21 of Pranav Prince, they've had 10 from Sekon, 9 from Amjot, 8 from Anudu Rai, Briguvanchi, Bra and Dagar. 7 scorers on 8 points or more for India. Two fans starting to leave the arena for the first time with a minute to play. 13 the deficit. Amjot will stretch it at least by 2. Syria will have to go again against Saudi Arabia tomorrow. Two teams who will be desperate for their first win. And almost, in a way, I mean, depending on what happens in the first 2 games, it might feel like that last game tomorrow is do or die already. Because only the winners progress from this competition, only the top team in the 6-team group. Probably will be unthinkable to think that you could start 0-2 and then still top the table. And they've struggled in so many areas, Syria. Their character really that's kept it competitive until the final few minutes. Only shot 41% from the field, 58% from the line. They've committed 18 turnovers with 14 assists. India haven't shot the ball well from 3, only 27%, but on the interior, they've shot 58%. Their free-throw shooting has not been great, but it's been better than their hosts at 65%. Protecting the ball has been important, and generating extra possessions off the back of that, and their offensive rebounding. 15 offensive rebounds is 5 more than Syria. 16 turnovers is 2 fewer than Syria, but with their 16 turnovers has come 20 assists. And their defense has been dogged from the start. 14 steals and 5 block shots. 6 more steals than Syria, 3 more blocks. They set the tone in that regard early, and they've never really looked back. They've led since the very first score of the contest by as many as 23 points. And the closest Syria got was 7 briefly in this 4th quarter, before it swiftly went back to 10. Shot clock turned off. And what we will have is a giveaway. It will disappoint, even in this unwinnable situation, that will disappoint the coach. What we do have on the first day of action here in Damascus is that each of the lower ranked teams have won their games. The 3 lowest ranked teams in the whole of this tournament have prevailed in the 3 games. And it is going to be ultra competitive for another 5 days after this to decide who will go to the Olympic qualifying tournament next year. India start with a win, dent the dream of host Syria. It finishes here in Damascus. Syria 74, India 85. India with that well-balanced approach on offense and defense, but with that standout talent shining on that team platform. Pranav Prince's 21 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, steal and a block with just 2 turnovers, leading the way. Very impressive indeed from the 20-year-old talent. Backed up then by Amjot's 12 points, Sekon's 10, and 4 scorers on 8. Well-deserved win, and one that very rarely, if ever, looked in doubt. Fans filter out of the Al-Fayha Stadium here in the Syrian capital, ready for game day 2 tomorrow, but that concludes the action on game day 1. And what fantastic action it has been. Indonesia getting the better of Kazakhstan, 91-82 in the first game. Bahrain beating Saudi Arabia 89-74. And now India prevailing over the host Syria, 74-85. I'm Tim James Long. I'll be with you again for game day 2 tomorrow. Do tune in at the same times. We start with Kazakhstan against Bahrain. And that is followed by India against Indonesia. And Saudi Arabia, Syria.